Welcome back. Rico Moneybags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure the bell notification stays lit. Like that, you guys will not miss out for any future updates. This is a F the market stream. This is straight up, the markets are dumping. Nothing's looking good. So we're just going to call it how we see it, and we're going to give away some free crypto. How about that? While the markets are like, a big FU, what we're going to do is just give some crypto away. So if you guys like the idea of that, definitely share this stream because we're going to be giving away some free money. We've been doing it almost every single day for like a month and a half for whatever reason. Since the market has been dumping, I've been loading your guys' wallets up to keep you guys engaged. All right. So it's not all over, but it is a F the market stream for sure. And yeah, we're going to have some fun today. What's up, Saphir? What's up, Darren? Welcome in, everybody. We're going to knock this stream out because some funny things happened yesterday. Some funny things happened. Saphir knows. Saphir be in my DMs. So Saphir knows the funny stuff that happened. And boy, oh boy. So we're going to knock this stream out. And then we got to wait for UPS today because guess what, fam? Things happen. Things do happen. So let's share the screen really quick. I got some cool things also later on that I want to do. We're going to be doing when we get back from San Diego. I bought this. I'm going to be suffering on stream. If you guys want to see Rico Moneybags suffer, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't really like me. They just pretend to. This is what's going to be. This is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah. Oh, if you guys want to see it, I can go get it, Saphir. If you want to see what I got in the mail, do you guys want to see what happened yesterday? Do you guys want to see what happened yesterday? It's it's crazy. Like, it's going to get fixed, supposedly, that they're going to fix that. But what's up, Psychedelic Angel? Absolutely crazy what happened. Yeah, wasn't funny, bro. It wasn't funny, man. But you know what? It's all good, man. We keep going no matter what. This is a F the market stream, free crypto stream. I do want to give some free crypto away. And like I said, when I get back from San Diego, this is going to be brutal because I know it's going to be brutal. So if you guys want to see me, cry and probably, I don't know what's going to happen to me, honestly, because I've seen these hot chip challenge online and they look wild, right? They look absolutely wild. That I bought me some Ghost Pepper Reaper, something of the sort, beef jerky. It wasn't even the hot chip challenge, and that was hot as ever. So I can only imagine that hot chip challenge. Welcome in, everybody. We might, just in case, if my doorbell does ring, I might have to go because I gotta return my calculator that I got in the mail instead of a phone. So we're going to have to, just in case that happens, letting you guys know ahead of time. So we're going to get into the F the market stream right now. Bitcoin keeps hitting 93K. ETH is going under, under 3,100, $3,068. BNB still one of the ones still holding really strong. XRP coming down to $2 and 19 cents. Solana down to 135. And like I've been saying the other days on the stream, is like not I can't handle hot stuff. You know what? I've gotten I can handle it pretty good, but I know this is going to be brutal. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun when we see me melt into pieces when I eat that. I think I'm even going to be surprised. Like, I honestly don't even think that I know what I'm getting myself into. But that's okay, right? That's all right. We're going to have some fun when we get back from the venue. We're going to do some crazy streams of this thing. Yeah, we got some ideas. Especially like IRL streams are pretty bullish and stuff like that. But right now the markets are not bullish. We got dip, lower. Prices keep going down. But these are things that we talked about. So it's like a big F the markets. So the markets are saying F everybody. So we're going to return the favor. We're going to place a mirror right in front of the market. It is sitting at $3.18 trillion market cap. Bitcoin's back over 94K, but probably won't be there for long. The market's spooky right now, right? And this is why we keep seeing these pullbacks. Every time there's something that goes up, people are just getting out, and you can kind of feel it. BNB's holding pretty strong, but the rest, thumbs down, fam. And here goes exactly what we've been talking about on the stream. My son got wasabi. Yeah, wasabi's no joke either. That's a whole different type of hot, right? This is something we've been talking about, this price right here and this sell signal on the daily chart. And I think when we get the buy, the Samsung trifold comes out next month, 3 foldable screens. Yeah, but it's not everybody. Not everybody's going to get it. I think it's going to be like only 80,000 devices or something. Yeah, I seen a video of that as well. I was like, man, here I am trying to get the foldable one. I could get the trifold one, but when I was looking that up, it was like people were saying that it was only going to be like limited supply, like only special people were going to get it. And let's just say, well, I don't know if I'm that special, Sophia, right? So right now, BTC right here, you know, heading down, breaking. I think we can all respect the 200 moving average now. We got to buy a sell signal that's been valid since about 114. You can really roll this short down, and also it really shows right here. And this is some of the things that is hard to handle is this part right here where these green candles start coming up, but there's actually no buy signal. That part right there is really hard. Like that part's really hard to hold. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I understand how it is, especially in these markets after the market did what it did. It's hard to have, you know, even confidence in a good trade. You could be in a good trade and still be like, I don't know, right? Because even on this daily chart, this sell signal was here and you know it's come on down, but it went back up to pretend back to 107 and yanked all the way back down. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Just getting home from church, but God bless you, bro. God bless you. Yeah, bro. We're gonna be doing actually we're doing a Jesus coin giveaway. I got some more Jesus coin that I'm giving away. This is a F the market stream, so it's kind of crazy, but this is the situation that we're in the market. You know, we see Bitcoin peeling back a little bit more, but hey, we just got to call it how we see it right now, right? And the market's being tough right now, so we're gonna be tough on the market with a title, and we're gonna have some fun and give some crypto away and make sure that people stay, you know, feeling pretty positive, even though the markets are, you know, testing people. And what better way to make people feel better is giving them some Jesus coin. Why not? I mean, when everything's feeling like this, I mean, I wouldn't mind some Jesus coin right now. You know, I got I got scammed by Amazon yesterday. Why? I mean, anything positive right now is good, right? The markets are down. You got Amazon scamming people. You got all kinds of crazy stuff. And you got people, you know, moving all kinds of. Thanks for the Jesus coin bag. You're welcome, bro. You're a great community member. You're a great person to have it. Yeah, all the winners have been paid from yesterday's stream. We're gonna have some more winners today, so just stay tuned. If the doorbell rings, I got wobble downstairs with my cane and everything to give UPS's box that came with a calculator instead of a phone, and we'll give that back to them. Yeah, we'll give that back to yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, and it kind of like what bugs me about it is like right before we're going to San Diego, I had like this idea to do all the stuff using but you know what? We just swing back, Profit Bear. Honestly, we swing back, man. I'm not gonna just stand there right there. So we swing back, and what we do is do something positive, give some free money away to people instead of being down and out. You know, probably letting that get the best of you, not streaming. You know, maybe just saying I need a day off or all this stuff, and then plus the markets are down. You know, all these things compounded is like, you know what? We just do what we got to do no matter what. You know, we just swing back and instead of swinging back like with really like an aggressive way, we just give some crypto away, right? So it's coming off as aggressive and it seems like F the markets, but really, we're doing something positive out of all the BS that's happening in the space. And I think it's important to swing back with some positivity and doing something good for somebody else. It's almost like the best way. It's a weird way that I found that usually it's too easy to get mad and do that stuff, right? It's like it's probably better to do the weird part and be like, you know what? Instead of doing something like that, I'm just gonna do something positive. I'm gonna give some money away, and that's how I'm gonna cure that right there, right? Instead of just being bummed out. So the markets are down, things are happening, life is still gonna be life, fam. We still got real deal things happening in the world. We got gas we got to pump, we got all kinds of things that we got to do. We got flat tires, we got traffic, we got all kinds of things. But what we do have is a great community on this channel that we pull up together. We keep each other grounded, and I think it's very important that we continue to do this no matter what type of way life is hitting you, whether it's through the markets, whether it's a bunch of shady people on X, scamming you back to back and all the rugs, and you're almost feeling like, dude, I'm tired of that already, right? It's like, that's why we got to keep sticking together no matter what. I've been having Rico withdrawals. Yeah, work is work, bro. I know how it is, bro. Like honestly, we haven't seen you in a while. People ask for you. You're famous in the chat, AD. Honestly, people are like, "Where's AD? I haven't seen him." People are like, "What's going on with this stream?" It takes 10 minutes to say what's up there. Hey, I love this stream, man. I love the chat. This is what it's all about. I'm here for the people more than anything. YouTube doesn't do too much, so So BTC fam, let's get into this BTC nonsense that we got right here. This support that we find. This is the area that we want to hold on to. If we don't hold on to this 90K, we're gonna have to start ducking even more. Like, we want to, like, the next stop is a lot lower. I mean, so much lower that, it's almost, people are gonna say it's over. That's how much, lower we would go. So we definitely don't want to see the break right here, because this downtrend can absolutely 100%, just go ahead and continue down like this, and where these candles keep trading into this moving average, this 200 moving average, until it breaks out of it. That could 100% happen. Like, a lot of people, and you know what, I was one of those people as well, like, where you feel like, I can't go any lower, or no way it can't. It's like, psh, BS. Don't tell me it can't go any lower. Why? Because of this and that and that? No. Like, this is what's actually happening right here. And we can't, just because there's a bunch of like, stuff that you would think would pump the prices. And to me, this a lot of proof of like price manipulation as far as BTC, because like we got ETFs, we got institutions, we got all these things that are just so many positive things, but there's still like these, massive liquidations. Like, this is a historical liquidation. Like, this was a robbery that happened right here, right? And it's like, it's proof that they run the markets for sure, and we're just following the market, right? It's like there's nothing we can do. We're almost like subject to what's going on. And Bitcoin can have all this positive news and all these things where it wouldn't make sense for it to come down to this level, and then it does. And that's why, even though you would think that with all this positive news and good things happening in the space, and you think, okay, that's awesome, I like this, I like that, this is all, and boom, price pulls back. Like, what is that? Where does that add up? And that's why we have to come to the chart, because it's a big slap in the face where, as far as like people who love cryptocurrency and believe in blockchain technology, all this positive stuff continuously happening for BTC as far as adoption, whether it's ETFs, whether it's institutions, whether it's like a whole country adopting cryptocurrency, you would be like, all right, that's pretty much sews up the game. This thing's going to keep going up. It's like slap in the face. It doesn't keep going up. And that's why we have to do this stuff on the chart. And I think it's important for us to zoom out, because weekly sell signal stuck. Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, that thing's it's on there. And shout out to Blunt House. This is the indicator that I'm using. Bro, I've definitely been letting everybody know to give you a follow. So if you got people hitting you up, it's definitely, I'm sending them your way, because I know it's easy for people to have fun during the bullish market, but this is the time where we got to hunker down and really lock in and really understand this stuff, because after that slap in the face, it's going to be really hard, for at least for somebody like me, to convince me that whatever bullish news comes out, I'm just supposed to believe that everything's going to be back to normal. And that's why we do the hard stuff on this channel. Not everybody does this part right here. And that's probably why we don't have, it's probably why me and Blunt don't go viral on X, because we don't want to lie to the people, right? We're just giving you guys what we see. And I want you guys to stay locked in for this right here, for, if it turns around right here on this 93K, that would be nice. But we still got so much work to do as far as this chart. I was like, we keep hitting 93K. It's pretty rough. And, this sell signal, like Blunt is saying, and on the weekly chart, it looks a lot different. It almost looks a little spookier. I'm just going to be honest with you guys, right? A lot of money to be made, to be to the downside for sure. No need to be shy about it. Exactly. It's like, just lock in on this side. And that's why we have to, not just listen to the herd, or because, this news person is saying this, or this guy's on Fox, or this guy's saying that he loves crypto now. Like, that doesn't matter, man. The money's going to do what the money does. And this is something that I think everybody in the stream should really consider. It's like, we broke through this 50 moving average. We come over here. Check this out. We got a bounce right here. We got a bounce right there on the 50. We got a nice little bounce right here. Is this not a breakthrough the 50? Like, we did try to bounce on it. This is like what it looks very similar to that bounce right here coming to this candle right here. We had that long wick pushing it up where the body of the candle closed above the 50. But does this not candle look a little bit different from all the other ones that bounced? I think it does. And shout out to Blunt House, because I'm using his wisdom and his wise words. But when it breaks one level, it finds the next. So where is this level going to be at? Where is this 100 moving average going to curl to? As it's moving like this and it's trailing, however it's trailing, it's got the smooth little movement. would you be surprised if it came down here to this 100 moving average and then bounce off of that? I don't think anybody that's tuning into this channel or Blunt House's live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't think you're going to be too surprised, because we talk about this thing breaking one level, finding the next. And when we see, things like this, we can keep listening to news. You can keep listening to your favorite PFPs on X, and all that stuff. Or is this what's really happening, right? So fear index has gone down to 10 points. And when all the normies get wrecked, they will pump it. Just buy and hold. The market will adjust and it will be epic. It's the 200 we need to keep an eye on now. Okay. I mean, the 200 is down here, and I agree. Like, I respect the 200 Blunt. I don't even fight the 200 no more. I mean, it goes God, my mom, and the 200 moving average. It goes God, my mom, and the 200 moving average. My brothers or anybody else listening is like, what the heck? But no, I mean, and we look at this 200 moving average, it's trailing down here where it meets the 73,000 K mark. And when we zoom out, have we been to the 73 before? Yeah, we had this, right? All this action right here bumping into 73K. And we also had where, price landed on here before. And boy, does price and time like to come together. They're hopeless romantics. They can't get enough of each other when it comes to time and price. They break up for a while. You don't see them together for a little bit. But, they get that tingly feeling and they send that hey text. I think we've all gotten that text, right? Nice family tree with a 200 moving average in it. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. But right here, this is where time and price might come together again. So, I'm not being bearish on you guys. I don't want you guys to be bummed out about this stuff. I'm just trying to protect this amazing chat that I have. Like, this is not for YouTube, and I don't do this for likes. I could just be talking about nonsense nonstop. And, I talk about stuff that people don't want to talk about. That's why it's a F the market stream, right? I mean, how many titles do you see like that on Spaces, right? We get to do what we want over here. So, I just want to be transparent with you guys. And what's nice about this, where most people are doom and gloom, you can position yourself really nice to possibly put a small short and catch some of this money going down, right? And that's something that you guys can do to accumulate maybe some of the capital that you lost, or maybe just get some more capital that you want to gain for your favorite play. Because like Jessica says, shout out to Jessica, like the micro caps, we can hold the market. Like, honestly, we hold really good. Like if we just hold together, we can hold really good no matter what the markets are doing. But this is a good way where if you're trading, if you're looking at futures, possibly you could set up a short. And one thing that I'm looking at, and I know Blunt is probably looking at it as well, I think the rest of the stream is, and if you guys want to use this indicator, this is, I'm actually just going to post a website right now. I got to save it up here just to make sure you guys don't miss out. Go right here and send this man a DM at the bottom of the screen. Do yourself this part. Like, you don't got nothing, like, go contact this man. All right. And, do yourself the favor, man. I mean, I don't push a lot of things on this channel. Honestly, you guys know I'm not saying do that. Like, there's a reason why I tell you guys, right? And right here, even this monthly chart, like, man, I wish I knew Blunt back here. Check this out, man. If we would have known Blunt House TA back here and I would have had this indicator, man, that would have been nice, right? If I would have had this indicator down here, when did it say to buy BTC? Down here at 22,000, 23,000. We'll round it up. It said 23,000. Rico, go long. Back up. Go long. Touchdown. Because from 23,000, somebody had a great time. Somebody had a great time. And again, when I look at this, even the monthly chart, let's be honest right here, compared to all the other stuff that we had, like, all the pullbacks on the monthly chart, these were wicks that broke through the T line. These were not like the body of the candle didn't really break through it. Yeah, we got some green ones riding right here. I don't like this candle. I don't like the way it looks. These red ones that pulled back, look at that. The body didn't close on that T line, but this monthly chart, This sucker's closed right on it. And we have 14 days. So in 14 days, if you don't got this bell notification lit, I don't know what you're doing. In 14 days, T minus 14 days and 5 hours, we're going to see the next candle that prints on this monthly chart. You better tune in. You better tune in. We see a little red arrow right there. You know, you could place another short, you know, because there's going to be momentum to come down to, we'll definitely pass this part right here and probably come down to that 73K. And that's where you guys can scrape some money off the table, doing it like, you know, shorting the thing. So here we go. Because if I would have had this back here, the last bear market, man, that would have been nice. Last bear market, it would have told me to get out at 44,000. You know, I couldn't accept it. I couldn't believe it. Can you guys believe that? I couldn't accept that it was going to come down. And bam, it just kept going down. And boy, am I learning how to accept what this thing is saying and telling me to do. And that's what you got to do. So on this monthly chart, we're going to be paying attention to this. Make sure you guys have those bell notifications lit. 14 days. We're going to be checking some stuff out. This is CFX I was looking at last night. Let's go to ETH, and let's talk about ETH, because if you go check the receipts on what we've been talking about, even on Blunt Stream, I mean, this stuff is coming to reality right before our eyes. And I want you guys to be able to, like I said, either print off the shorts or at least, you know, not catch the falling knife. And, you know, since this sell signal printed on ETH on the daily chart was 4K, and when I told you guys about this breaking on headed towards this 200 moving average and this volume gap right here, I was like, hey, we might want to this gap right here, we might want to address this. And it didn't sound relevant at Ethereum. You know, but when I saw these moving averages and after that wipeout and everything roll over, it's like, it could definitely trade into this spot right here. It could definitely, I should have sold my kidney. It could definitely trade into this. And this is where, if we lose this lower value range, this $2,500 Ethereum doesn't sound crazy anymore. And if BTC continues this pullback and the markets keep giving you a big FU and all this stuff, well, you know, maybe you can get a short on ETH. Let's look at the weekly and see if we got some signals on the weekly. I'm sure we do. Right here, this was a little bit higher, 4,200. And on the weekly, you can see exactly, you know, we're trading where there's light volume. This upper valley range is where we're headed, 2,900, which we already hit 3,000. So 2,900, not far-fetched. If we break that upper valley range and break the 50 and the 100, where's the 200? Well, down to 2,500. If we don't hold the 2,500, where's the point of control? Even lower, 1,500. You guys don't even want to hear that. I don't think people want to hear that today. You guys don't want to hear 1,500 ETH, right? Let's focus on 2,500 ETH if it bounces off this 200 on the weekly. If not, point of control down here, we're talking about $1,600 ETH. Back over here. We've been here before. You guys remember when we first broke the 50 and I say, hey, might be a good idea to get some ETH right now because we had this crazy downturn, you know, this downtrend nonstop right here. And then when we finally broke out, I was like, hey, might be a good idea. Maybe right here would be a good time to, you know, participate a little bit because we broke the 50, we broke the 200. Might be a good idea to participate in some ETH. And sure enough, you know, it went up, it bounced off the 50 to 200, it broke the 100, it shot all the way up to, you know, 4K, came back down to the 100, went back up, broke all of these. We've been here before from this last little pullback as well. Look at this. This is not uncommon. This is what I want to show you guys. Like, it's not uncommon to have, you know, great movements and then come back to these areas. Because like I said, time and price, they are some hopeless romantics. They can't let go of each other. You know, they got so many memories, they can't stop it. They can't stop it. Time and price keeps coming back together. So don't think that it's not possible. Somebody might be like, is 1,500 ETH possible? And maybe on Space they're not saying that. Well, you better look back and be like, is it possible? Has it done it before? Well, check that out. It's done it before. It has done it before. So can it do it again? Don't tell me that it can't. Don't say you're my friend and tell me that it can't. You know, be honest with me. And I got to be honest with you guys, right? It's like, this stuff can happen. We're still working off of these sell signals. Yeah, okay. It's not the bullish stream. It's a F the market stream, but I'm going to give away some free crypto because that's how I feel. It's like, you know what? Let's do something positive, even though, you know, the markets suck and they're doing that. It was like 1K in the bear market. I know. I know, bro. So that's ETH right here. Keep ducking. There's probably, you can get in on some shorts. Definitely be looking on some shorts. And, if you see a sell signal on the monthly on any of these, it's party time. I don't want people there's no like the Thierry community. There's no crying in the casino. That's it. If you got wrecked in the casino, you got wrecked. There's no crying. But if this monthly chart prints a sell signal, might be worth the while to just say it's valid, because this monthly chart was 3,000 and came all the way down to 1,000. Hey, maybe they only last for a little bit. Buy signal right here. Okay, maybe just a little bit, came back. Okay, fine. But boy, they can run. They run to the upside. We got a sell signal here, which is pretty interesting how I print. Oh, no, this is not a sell signal. This is one of my arrows. Let me get that out the way. So right here, nice little run on that. Sell signal right here, turn right back around off the bounce. Sell signal right here, brought it all the way down to 1,500. Buy signal pumped it all the way up from this section over here. We'll call it off of this 2,500 to a cool almost 5K on Ethereum. So you better respect this coming down. 50 EMA is also 2,500 on the monthly. Yeah, look at that. It's like spot on. Blunt, if you're not busy, I'll send you an invite if you want to come in here and you want to school some. I don't know if you're busy, bro. I'm just did a F the market stream. I'm gonna give away some crypto. We just got an amazing project listed on Just Shop Crypto. Amazing community. I bought a bag off the market I've already given away over $500 worth of Jesus coin. So I want to keep giving more of that away for you guys, because there are positive things happening in this space, but man, we got to call a duck when it's ducking around. If it's quacking around, we got to do that, right? So for sure. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, monthly, yeah, you're absolutely right. We're down here 50, 2,500. It's right there. Let's go to Solana next. I'll show you guys what's up. Maybe we'll have Blunt up next Wednesday. We'll set something up, Blunt. If you're probably busy, you're probably chilling and just, I'm random sometimes. But let's see if we can get Blunt up next. Actually, let me check this calendar really quick. 1 second. Okay, not next Wednesday. I'm going to be in San Diego. And so not the 19th, but possibly the 26th. If you guys stay tapped in, we'll have Blunt up here, the man behind the indicator, and some of the stuff that I've been telling you guys. And fam, I mean, you guys been watching this stream for a long time. There's not been many people where I just okay, bet. Perfect. I love that. I love let me get you an invite. Okay, we got a special guest. Okay, 26 sounds good. I'm gonna send you an invite anyways. Just come up and join us. We'll do a giveaway, get you up on the stream, and let me get an invite. I'm gonna send it to your X account from from the XPX account. Come over here, invite guests. I like this. I like, I'm spontaneous, man. I mean, I went out last night. I had no business dancing as much as I did last night. My leg hurt so bad. And yes, I still dance with a cane, fam. Don't think that just because I got a cane, I got to stop dancing or nothing. I am Latin, bro. We're going to dance. And you'd be surprised how many people take me out to dance. Like, you think that they don't want to dance with a guy with a cane, but they actually do. I was like, what? Yeah, I was dancing all night. Leg hurt like crazy. All right, we just sent we got Blunt coming up, man. You guys definitely stay tuned. We're gonna do a giveaway and spin this up really quick, and we're gonna have Blunt up. I'm gonna do this giveaway. Maybe we'll do 2 giveaways of Jesus coin. That'd be pretty cool. And let me see. It says that it's loading. I can also send that link via Telegram as well. Let me know if you got that, because the chat in X is different now, so I don't even know if you were. I think that's a little clock on there. Let's see. If you guys can just give me 1 second, I'm going to get Blunt up here. I think it'd be really cool. Kind of get some insight. Maybe you guys print a little bit more. Let me just make sure I send them this link all types of ways. Let me send it over here. I'm going to send it in the Telegram as well. Okay, 1 second. Appreciate you guys pulling up. If you guys can, a matter of fact, what we'll start doing for everybody, since you guys are so solid and you guys are absolutely amazing, let me put this right here, and I'm just going to put hashtag Jesus right now, and you guys can start loading that up right now as I get Blunt up on the stream. Let's get this. Okay, let's get this link. Copy this. Appreciate you guys. Hashtag Jesus Coin in the chat. And we'll get Blunt up here right now, man. I like me a spontaneous movement. Spontaneous could have been my middle name, honestly. Oh, and it's not clocking these. Wait a second, everybody. Oh, we got Blunt up on the stream right now. Perfect. And you know what? We're not going to waste any time. Blunt, I want to say what's up to you. I miss you, brother.
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing, Blunt?
Good.
Okay, good to see you, bro. Let's do a little giveaway for the community. They were patient for us, and you know, I like what Saphir said. The professor, I like that. I really do like that. So if you guys can right now, hashtag Jesus Coin. You know, this is a little flip on the market. You know, it's like you think it's going to be all this stuff, but I do want to look out for you guys. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you guys. It's not me doing this; it's all of you guys. So I really truly appreciate being able to have this platform, being able to share this insight, being able to grow as just as an individual itself, right? Like me as myself, and you guys letting me be me. So I always want to give back and do some positive things by giving free crypto away, giving alpha away. There's no private this, private that, you know, bringing people like Blunt onto the live stream, giving you guys, I mean, crazy amount of insight, because I want you guys, you know, the WAGMI movement is we're all going to make it, right? But we can't just say that stuff. You got to put in some of the work for that stuff, and you got to do this right here. So, yeah, let's do this giveaway really quick, and then we're going to bring Blunt up. I'm going to share his screen, and I actually want some of that insight, and we're going to stay live to my doorbell rings, because Blunt, I'm not sure if you made it for the beginning of the stream. I ordered a new phone, and I got a calculator in the box of the phone from Amazon, so that was a lot of fun yesterday. So we're going to be waiting for UPS to pull up so I can give them this box with a calculator. I don't know. You know, but I don't know, Blunt. So, okay, we got 40 people. If you guys are listening over on X, I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes, and I'll do another giveaway because I know the giveaways, once we start pushing all these hashtags, it pushes the stream out really, really hard. And then, yeah, so let's go ahead and get this giveaway going, and we'll get you guys to pull up. All right, let's check the X account really quick, and we'll go to Blunt's X account. You guys can give him a follow while we're doing this, and then you guys can actually give Jesus Coin token to follow, and then we'll do this giveaway, and we'll bring him up, man. We'll bring him up. I'm not gonna even do too much, man. We're doing a spontaneous stream, and I think the space needs this, honestly. I think the space needs it. So there goes that. Make sure you guys give Blunt a follow right here at Blunt420, or keep following random PFPs that don't even know what the heck they're talking about if you guys want. But right here, we're going to do a giveaway. We're not going to waste your guys' time, and I'm not going to waste Blunt's time. Here you guys go. This is the first giveaway of Jesus Coin. Like I said, in this week alone, we've given away over $500 of Jesus Coin. We got more giveaways to go, fam. We're still eating over here no matter what the markets are doing. And I'm going to bring up Blunt that has been helping me be able to, you know, navigate this market no matter what. So here we go. If I win, I will double it, and we'll run it again, okay? Oh, I saw Prophet Bear right there, that handsome gentleman. Okay. Sanjay GTR. Okay, Sanjay GTR, if you want to get these winnings, right? You want to win this. You want that Jesus Coin. You want a solid project to, you know, a solid community to be a part of. Let me come over here to the Jesus Coin, because you do got to join this Telegram right here. And you got to say, hey, what's up, Rico? joined the thing and I just won some Jesus coin, like, but let me know your at handle while we're live right now. And I'm sure Prophet Bear is going to pay attention too. I'm paying attention. We're going to bring Blunt up and I'll write your name down as Blunt is talking. So like that, we can keep the show going, but make sure you put your at handle for Telegram because there's going to be a Sanjay GTR R33, R32, R34, and people are going to try to get your Jesus coin. They'll steal even Jesus coin this space. The space is shady, bro. All right. So, all right, man, without any further ado, Blunt, thank you so much, honestly, for just coming up just out of nowhere. And I appreciate you tuning in for the channel. I really do appreciate everything that you do, not just for the channel, but for the whole space. I'm going to bring my screen down. And if you got a screen that you want to share, I'll bring that screen up. And yeah, let's talk about, what's going on, the current state of crypto, if you don't mind.
Sure. Here, let's bring up a chart, right? Because how else are we going to be able to do this? Okay. There we go.
Boom.
It's daily of ETH. And like, you were talking about this ETH chart on the daily and the weekly. When I looked at it a week ago, I didn't look at the monthly. I was only looking at the daily and the weekly. And, I saw that the POC was at 2,500 on both those time frames. And it, gave me a little bit of a panic. And then when just as you were speaking and I flipped over to the monthly, and I saw 2,500 was the 50, I was like, oh God, this is bad. Right. Because really, if we fail this level that we're at and we start inching our way down, well, that's a significant fall. And it's not like we haven't been able to make these kind of moves before. We have. So I don't know if this gets any slipperier. All these lower ranges are really in play. So it's
100%
kind of,
and I think people need to just like look back and where you can see like it's done it before. This is not like it's like it's like somebody and it's like, oh my God, I would have never thought he would have done that. I've never seen him do something like that. Like, no, ETH has done this before. It has moved like this, if it's moving like that, that's just what it is, fam.
Yeah. No, this is this is one of those times that you really have to pay attention, right? Where, you can't will price up. If you want to only make long trades, if you're trading it could be a little problematic. And if you think you're buying what you think is a bottom, you wake up every day surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
heard that, Blunt.
Yeah. But it's, unfortunately, it's really just a matter of, price goes parabolic, like we have here, and you spread out all of your ranges that when you do come back to check them, it's one after the other after the other. Like this 94.4 level that we identified in the stream maybe a week or two ago, here we are. And why did we drop that level there? Well, we just looked to the left. We're just trying to average some past price as best we can. You have the 500 down there as well, so it wouldn't be uncharacteristic to tag it. So yeah, that was a real number. I just didn't think it would hit it as quickly as it did.
Right.
So when you look at the weekly, and you have to start looking at these longer time frames, you really do, because they're going to give you an idea of what that draw for price might be. And you can see that 94.4 level, this white here on the weekly chart, and look how bloody accurate it was. And by taking out some of the noise and flipping to the weekly, you can see that we're just kind of quickly averaging as best we can some areas where price has been before. And in the event of a downtrend, when you start failing and you can't find support, like this as an example, you're looking for a bench to sit down on. And that's kind of what we're at now. And, you can see the 100 like you showed down there, just waiting. Right. So Just
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And it's just like you said, day after day you wake up and you think that there's a bottom. It's like, man, I threw that out the window. Like that I opened the window all the way, I slid the window all the way open, I lift the blinds all the way up, and I literally bombed it out the window.
yeah.
So yeah, that's out the window. There is no bottom.
No, the scary thing too, Rico, is that this volume profile on the weekly here is all light trading.
I know.
Right? So it's just, which is telling you that it was just kind of exuberance that pushed price higher.
Yeah.
And
we're all learning today. We all, as like I woke up and I saw BTC at 93K again. I was like, oh yeah, it's a F to market stream today. We got to talk to the people. Oh yeah, we're gonna call it how we see it. The markets are saying a big F you, but I like to flip things. We're on the surface it's like that, but sometimes you gotta almost take it like that so you can like dig deep, because if you don't punch back, sometimes you just keep getting pulverized, right? And it's like you just feel like you have no confidence no more. We're like, eventually you have to be like, you know what, F you, I'll short you then if that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing here. I'll short you to Hades if that's where we're going, right? It's like we'll short it.
Well, and you just have to be able to kind of check all the opinions and thoughts and everything at the door, and just have to follow the market. And this BNB chart is a real good example of what happens when price goes kind of parabolic and you spread out all your ranges. Price will come back eventually, and it tags them.
It does.
Right. And this is the daily, right? Well, you can see that it's behaving just like we would anticipate, right? Where you would find support and then resistance, but understanding that here's resistance as an example, but the trend has been down, right? When you look at the weekly, it gets really interesting because you're kind of failing the 20 this week. So, you would hope that you would get a bounce or some support. Again, you could open at this level and start working, get a bit of a snapback higher, but you just don't like closing. I don't like these wicks down here.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about, I don't know if it was this chart or another chart, but when you leave a wick hanging like that, right, it's just, you just know that it's going to come back and get tagged. And, here we are. Doesn't always happen the following candle, but you just don't like leaving them like this one. Like, is it an accident that this weekly candle hit the 20 and bounced? No. Because when this volatility kicks in and price starts moving around in these, what feels like irrational ways, when you flip to the weekly chart and you go, that massive wick just hit the 20 SMA and bounced. But this has been, I don't like this at all, actually.
And like BNB is one that I want to share BNB really quick. Let me share BNB really quick, because and then we'll bring your screen back up, because BNB has been something that I think I want everybody, and we're gonna do another giveaway, fam. Like, I want you guys. This is not all doom and gloom. Like, we're gonna show you guys how to short this. It's not financial advice. Nothing me and Blunt says is financial advice. Throw that out the window. But we're gonna help you guys navigate this market. Just keep it 100 with you guys. But BNB it's a great example of, if you still have not learned to appreciate the moving averages, this is a perfect place, especially coming to the daily chart. This is where you have a real chance to be like, we're going to learn to appreciate the 200 moving average, right? Like I said, God, my mom, 200 moving average, 50 moving average, even the 100, right? It's like, it's moving averages. So but if you're looking at BNB on a daily chart, and this is where I want you guys to check this out. Like, it's a perfect example of break one level. Find it doesn't get any cleaner than that. I don't think it gets any cleaner than the example of break one level, find the next. Yeah. I mean, this is clean. And if you guys have been like on the sidelines with the other ones, I'm like, okay, I hear them talking about the 200 and all that good stuff. Fine, Rico, you talk about it all the time. But I want you guys to, if it breaks this 200, just like I told you guys on BTC and ETH and all that, I don't want nobody on this stream being shocked that we start filling some gaps into this section. And where's that price? 653. And don't say it can't do it, because if we zoom the heck out, you better throw that right out the window. We've been here before. And if you kind of look at this structure right here, compared to like this movement, this is definitely some fairy dust movement right here. Like compared to like this kind of organic kind of choppiness,
Yep.
you know, ebb and flow. And then you have this like this movement, there's definitely some fairy dust up in this section. This is just exuberant, like you said.
Yeah, and it's once you see it, it's kind of hard to unsee it.
Oh yeah. So I want you guys, I'm gonna bring a Blunt's stream page back up. And like I said, we're gonna do another I still remember 400. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why you want to find solid plays. Like honestly, like it's easy to be bullish. And I see Jace up in here. I see, you know, the XPX community. Like one of the reasons why we did XPX, I want you guys to remember the idea of XPX did not come to Rico Moneybags during a bull market. Like you guys got to remember that. Like this play, this X pays X, was during a bear market after I had to slap myself in the face and said, I can't believe I was in the metaverse. I can't believe I was spending all my time thinking I was going to be in the metaverse and the bear market. Oh, I can't believe I had listen to me, fam, $3 $50,000 NFTs. Right. And there was something very positive. Like I said, my mom is right up there, right? Because I love my mom. She's everything to me, right? That's my OG. That's my world and stuff, right? But this NFT that I was supporting was about, you know, women empowerment, right? And all this stuff. And it was really doing it. It wasn't like a fugazi women empowerment where like they were going to, you know, developing countries where women were, you know, either having a hard time finding education or not getting it at all, and really helping people, like helping women, like, you know, be powerful. It's like I've seen my mom do some amazing things. Like women are, you know, very powerful people, especially, you know. So I was supporting this thing, and it was a real movement. And even with that being a real movement, them going to, like I said, in certain countries or certain places in Africa and doing all this, when the bear market came, those NFTs, I sold them because, you know, everybody was selling them, and I sold them at 5,000 and some change each one, and they were worth over $50,000. And the idea of XPX, so I see the XPX community in here. I know there's some doom and gloom. I want you guys to know it was during the bear market that I saw that no matter what market condition is going on, payments is everything. Like whether the stock market is doing good or doing bad, whether the crypto market is doing good or doing bad, you got to pay your bills. And it was during that bear market that I had like that. What was I like? I want to do something that I know it's all around payments, because it doesn't matter the market conditions. Payments are always relevant. So XPX fam, yes, super bullish. And I want you guys to remember, this is why we've been setting up, you know, we've done over 6 figures in paid orders during the market, putting money into it, right? Everybody's just been putting money in. When the money starts leaving the market, XPX is going to be looking even more shinier than any gold card we ever sent out, because that's the exodus. And that's where that aha moment happened for Rico Moneybags when I hung out with the people from BYDFi, right? They came to Vegas for a world poker tournament. And that's where that aha moment, I was like, okay, they're having fun at the world poker tournament. I'm heated that I have to sell NFTs at, you know, $5,400. And now I know that if you do the market the right way, these people come and have fun while everybody else is heated. So payments is everything. So let's bring Blunt back up again. We're going to do another giveaway. You guys keep putting hashtag Jesus. It's still accumulating them, and it helps the stream even get so right here it's at 83. So you know what? It's at 84 now. So keep putting hashtag Jesus. We're going to run it again. I'm going to give you guys some more free crypto. I'm going to bring Blunt up. I'm going to share my screen in just a bit. Okay. Let me come over here and let me share Blunt's screen. And Blunt, maybe you can do some TA on BNB if you don't mind, and just to see, like, you know, on the weekly, you know, how where can this actually go? Because, you know, a little bit more in depth than what I did, I guess.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I was going to do, because I think that chart's actually quite clean. And
It is.
what we have, get rid of that panel. What we have on this chart is just our volume profile. I've blown it up just to help you guys see it. And then some simple moving averages, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500. The other 1,000 is just showing down there, but it's not in play right now. And then the T line, 5 EMA. And of course, we're running our script in the background, which is giving us the sell signals and the buy signals. So although it often doesn't feel like it, there's a method behind the madness. And all I'm doing is overlaying some very simple concepts that anybody can learn, because they're actually quite simple. Some of them is just basic pattern recognition. One example of, that is these two equal points in price, or things your friends might call double tops and double bottoms. And they show up in other things other than just your candlesticks and your price lines, right? So here's an example of this showing up on this daily chart on these two indicators. These are filters for me. They basically take away all of that daily noise that makes us question our sanity. So if you were long here and a big red candle showed up, by looking at this, because I'm trading on the north side and all of this divergence is in place, it's telling me the trend is good. So I stay in the trade. You pay attention when you see these types of things, right? Because what can happen, let me just throw the candles back on, is that you can reach this second top and pull back and then hit the 20 like you see here and bounce. And then you're looking to take out this level of highs, or you fail and you take out the previous wave's low. And in that case, what happens is that you actually have a technical double top, because price has to come back and take out that center channel, which it's done. So up here is kind of a clear signal that, hey, there's something going on. You see it in price. You see it in your short-term EMAs. You see price break the 20 MA, doesn't get the bounce anymore. It just so happens that's when our signal shows up right back to the 50. Right? Break one level, find the next. Sometimes it happens slowly. Sometimes it happens quickly. This is an example of when it happened quickly. And it's all we're thinking about, though, because let's be fair, right? We're only looking at this part of the chart. So we have to make a decision essentially on every candle that we see. So, and this is where it gets tricky for us. Price is important, but we also need to know the trend, right? Like this divergence that I'm showing you, even though you see those green candles, that would make a lot of people go, hey, I think we're done. We bounced off the 50 and now we're moving higher. No, that was just market noise. The trend is still intact, right? Until you get a signal that tells you it's not, right? So we came right back to the 50 again. Now you're seeing this doji at the 20. We don't like that. It prints another sell signal. And then this time you fail the 50. And the downtrend continues. And what's happening here is this is a failed breakout. Let's show this. So we know we're still operating under a sell signal. This printed a buy, but the first touch usually fails, and that's what it did here. So you could expect this to happen. But when we break down, we can see that these lines kind of open up, and that tells us that's momentum to the downside. And this is where a lot of us make mistakes, right? We let it bottom. It starts to look like it's recovering. We feel we've waited a long enough time to be safe. We dip our toes in the water. And what we realize shortly thereafter, if you weren't looking at this, is that the downtrend that we thought we were coming out of was still in play, because that divergence between these two levels was still open. If it had reversed, like here, as an example, well, that's a different story. But it didn't break out. It rolled over. And when it rolled over and rolls over, you come back and you take out the previous wave's low, which we've done. But we're still trading below this level. So the market's telling us we're still in a downtrend on this time frame. And we would apply this to any time frame we're working off of. So we don't like failing one level, because when we fail one level, we find the next. You can see we do it here again. The fact that we've come back and failed the 100 for this second time here is not a comforting thing, especially when you look to the right and what do you see? This gray area indicates light trading. So there's not a lot of price there to hold it up. This indent that you see, this gap, is a volume gap, which is telling us that there's not a lot of volume there, not a lot of substance to hold price up. So what will it do? Well, because there's nothing there to catch its fall, it will look for either a major moving average or some sort of bench or of past price or liquidity, whatever you want to call it. And often they line up for obvious reasons. And that's what's happening here on the daily.
Yeah.
Where's the shelf? Right at the 200.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it would take a lot to break this momentum right now. And when we look at the weekly,
Yeah.
like, how can you not do this? Right. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in there. I don't know. I hope not.
We are somebody put in the chat, we are cooked. Listen, fam, look, I know this is a different stream and I'm supposed to be like some random PFP guy just telling you to catch the falling knife nonstop. What I'm trying to do is make sure that you guys can possibly short this. You don't have to go crazy on a short. You don't have to put a short that is going to make you, sleep with one eye open. Put a baby short, put something, sprinkle it, so you can get this engagement. Because fam, I went through a bear market. I want to make sure that you guys are not in a bear market frantically looking left and right everywhere where, and I'm going to use Blunsting. And there was a couple of trades that I did. I was like, this is what he's talking about, his feet up on his desk.
Yeah.
Because I have my feet up on my desk. And, when you look at BTC and that, I wish the last bear market I could have just shorted it with that monthly signal and put my feet up on the desk, continue my life doing whatever I was doing, and just let it ride. Yeah, do $10 or 1x long. Who cares? I mean, do something small just so you can get your toes in the water and understand what's going on. Don't look for trying to make $1 million in one day. You're gonna get wrecked like that. You're gonna get wrecked.
You just get a feel for, what kind of elasticity is involved in perpetuals, and that's a whole other conversation. But like this is a chart of, I know you have an XRP crowd, and this is the weekly. This 215.22 is a level I dropped on a week or two ago when all this started. Why? Because I was just trying to pick up through here, just averaging quickly some past price. And what I pay close attention to is lining up the 5 EMA and or T line when I can. Like, this is kind of a double bottomy thing. It's an area where price has been before. You flip the candles back on, you can see it all. And if this was to continue, then again, here we are, right? That's why the level's here. We've wicked it this week even, right? Are we under another sell signal on the daily? Yep. Right. There's the 500 MA. Fail one level, find the next. Like, it's not an absurd concept. And the weekly, you would hope that somewhere down in here at 190 and change. Let's just flip a level there just so we know we've been here before. Where is it? What did I say? 190?
We got a question right there, Blunt. A cool question. Yeah. Why do double bottoms lead to price going up?
Well, I think part of it is let me just go back to that daily where we can look at it. That was BNB we were looking at, right?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Whoops. So it's very similar to the concept of double tops. Like, why does the double top sell off? A lot of it, and the answer is, who can say for certain? But a lot of people believe that focus on the psychology of the market is this. And I think if you've been in this position before, it'll make sense. If you had a good run, right, and you keep asking yourself, when do I take profit? When do I take profit? Because that's the question we get asked all the time. When do I buy and when do I sell? And then you see this, and then this. You're thinking you didn't sell here. You had this big, massive sell-off and prices bounced again. But now you're a little suspicious and uneasy about what might be happening next. And that's understandable. That's a completely normal human reaction. And a lot of traders may decide when they see this a second time that, wow, you know what, I didn't take it off the first time at 12.92, but I sure as heck I'm going to do it this time, and they
Right.
do, right? And then price sells off. The same would be true at double bottoms, right?
Yeah.
You think you kind of miss the bottom, price pops a little bit, and you're like, oh dang, I missed, and then it retraces to that second bottom, and then you're saying, oh, I got lucky, this is my chance. So however, it's a sucker's game. Like, look, this is a double bottom essentially, right? But it doesn't look like it's going to pop, right? You could see that candle there on the daily and go, well, it's close enough to a double bottom for me. I'm going to buy it, right? But if you're using our methodology here, that won't happen, because you're going to recognize that you're still in a downtrend, right? And is all that you've done here is you kind of have this impulse move down, and you've gone sideways back to the T line and or 5 EMA here, and then the downtrend continues. That's quite often what we see. And until enough money comes in to change that look, that's what you got to go on. And you can use some fractal analysis in between here and there. Just use a 4 hour, for example. What's the 4 hour telling us? So here's the failed breakout on a 4 hour. What are we looking at doing? Probably taking out this low. You're around 907, 908, something like that. That would be a target for me. So I point that level out only because, you know, as a technician, I see price go up. It starts to print like a failed breakout. There's a whole bunch of things here that will give you cues that that might be happening. But again, we start trading below these levels. So that's the downtrend. Look at the divergence, telling you there's some momentum to the selling. So, you know, the only thing that's going to change that thesis is more money to move it to the upside. And the chart will tell us when that is. So where do you pick up moves on the daily that others might not see? On those shorter time frames, right? Because you're basically looking inside these candles. So you'll see something developing. And I like the 4 hour for exactly this reason. You know, up here, right up here, that starts to look a little suspicious when you, right up there, you see that. So you have this big impulse move, and we just showed you this to the downside, but here it is to the upside. You have an impulse move up, and then you go sideways, right back to the 5 EMA and T line. And in this case, you know, after that nice bullish candle, the next one that prints is bearish engulfing, which means the body of that red candle ate the body of the previous candle, right? It's kind of where the horse gets too far away from the barn, Rico. You can see all this air in here, right? So yeah, price is going to come back. And we would also be looking at momentum indicators. I like a stochastic RSI, and it's giving you a sign kind of on this candle here that it was starting to look and feel a little bit of exhaustion. So you could hold, you know, as long as that divergence is there, the market's telling you it's still bullish. As soon as it closes, which is basically on this candle here, you know, you start to go, yeah, I'm losing a little bit of faith in that trade, and then boom, you can see what happens next. And this isn't about picking tops and bottoms in the exact place of reversals, right? What we're trying to do is give you enough tools so that you can just determine really quickly at a glance where you need to pay attention. At the top of a bull run like this, you start to go sideways. You see a momentum indicator like the stochastic RSI, which is really overbought, and then just flattens out, right? So that's just continued. Think of it as the buyer's not leaving the building, but they're showing you here they're exiting, right? So we like to go short when we're at these real extended overbought levels. Like, look, it doesn't get too much overbought than that. which is telling us, whoops, a little bit of a clue. And then the rest of the move, now you're ahead of the game, right? So if you're working off the 4 hour in this case, I really like it on futures, for example, ES, YM, and Q. You'll get, like, I'll look at the 1 and 4 hours overnight, because those are the moves that when you wake up in the morning and you want to get in on them, the reason it's hard to figure out what to do is because often, 40 to 60% of the moves already happened. And you're like, oh, like you're starting to look at pullback levels already, but you got to wait. This gets you in early. Once you're in early, well, then you can kind of use fractals to determine. There's our 4 hour kind of meltdown, but here's our 12-hour signal. And once you're in, well, it would be up here, I'm sorry. Once you're in, you're in. It'll be way up here. Look at this, right? Look at this big point, right? These points that you see, just like you see the double tops print on the daily, but those points are indicating, and here's one to the upside, but they're indicating big flushes of money in and out. And they're intense enough to take that quick moving average and flip it really quick to show you these little points. And then you'll notice here, like the red line goes from red to white because it's sensing money in. And then it goes from white to red because it's sensing the money out. And here, the trend down, just, it's nice and clean. The idea is not to hold something forever, right? Like the idea is to trade it. That's why we do this. Some of the trades you make are going to be longer term. They're going to run. Some of them might be a handful of candles, right? Or 1 or 2 candles. That's okay. It's all part of the mix. Just determine when you want to take your money, because that's really the most important thing. Taking your money first. And I don't think we do that frequently enough as a rule. For whatever reason, it's, we think they're going to run forever. I don't know why. And how many times do you have to go and play that game with yourself and lose? But you think this is the one that's just going to keep running. Oh, it doesn't look like it's running anymore. I'll give it a little bit of time to see if it changes course. Crap, that was a giant, huge candle. You know what I mean? And then then you're making other decisions that you shouldn't have had to make. CFX was fun to the upside for a while, and then it's been just nothing but a big short.
Yeah, I want you to somebody asked in the chat, and this is actually something I was looking at as well, because Aster came to life out of nowhere, right? And again, when you guys, I've been looking at it while we were talking, and obviously since last night, I've been keeping an eye on this thing. Got stopped out a couple of times, learned my lesson, and right now what we're having on this is, everything else is dumping, and then this is why, sometimes, I like to keep an eye on BTC and what BTC doing kind of moves the market, but sometimes not. Sometimes you just got to trade that chart, and that's something I got from you, Blunt, for sure. Like, just trade that chart. Like, BTC is good to get like a good, okay, I'm checking the temperature of the overall market, but it's not the all be all. And you can look at Aster right now, and you're like, why is Aster pumping when the rest of the market is so, and it's not pumping, it's recovering. We can say that, right? But it's but it's coming back to life. And again, you're going to see some moving averages that we've been talking about for a while on the channel. And Blunt, if you want to break down Aster for the chat, we got a few people asking down below.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a giveaway after this part right here, if you don't mind.
No, of course. I think this is a great example to use, because I know we've talked about it, right? It's always, the narrative has been positive, 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 but the chart really wasn't representative of that. I think everyone felt in their heart of hearts that it was going to move higher. It's just, when is that going to happen? And we see that a lot, right? Something gets beat up a bit, and then all of a sudden, the money comes in and you have this massive move to the upside. I don't know if that's what we're dealing with here, but I'm choosing to use this 4 hour because the volume profile appears, and it doesn't on some of the longer time frames because it's a new issue, but it does box in price really well. And This is a great example to understand why they call this thin red line the point of control on the volume profile, because you can visually pick up here the density and averaging of all of this volume. So I am not at all surprised that, this starts to kick up in and around the point of control. Sometimes it happens at the value ranges, but here, this just happens to be at a place that it's liked to go before. If you want to take some of the noise away, just strip off for a bit some of the other moving averages and just work with the T line and the 5 EMA. This is consolidation. We all know this.
Right.
And I think everybody's been waiting. And we talked about on my other stream about how we're going to pick it up off the 4 hour in all likelihood. That's where we see the signals on the daily that, quite often have a little bit of pop to them. You'll pick them up on the 4 hour, but often there's a lot of them. So which one do you take? Right? The ones you want to take are the ones that are in this case, oversold. And you can see down here, stochastic RSI, really, really, really oversold. Right? Fisher transform, which uses a Gaussian channel to filter out noise, and that's why it doesn't chatter all the time, also gave you a reversal when it was oversold. The MACD, talk about points. The points indicate sudden changes in direction. Well, you have the moving average and signal line, all of a sudden, bang, it starts to change direction. The MACD sits third because it lags the most, right? It's the last one to turn 9 times out of 10. But you can see this divergence, that's momentum. So, but you just don't know what comes out after that candle you're looking at. But here we go. Focus on the divergence between the T line and the 5 EMA. This is a bullish chart right now. And, you're breaking outside of that upper value range on the volume profile, and that's bullish. Because this is what, for the longest time, this level up here, the market was telling us was a value top, let's just say. And now the market's saying, hey, you know what? We're ready to test that again. I like the 12-hour too. So what are we looking for? Here we go. We've literally hit it right now. So as current price moves higher, what's it looking for? Previous waves highs. Took out those. Now it's taken out these. Let's just keep looking up. So you've kind of so you have the base of these candles in here. You got the base of these candles. Maybe that's going to be a little structural resistance. It could be a little higher, but ultimately you're going to use this as a target. Actually, maybe up here. So, maybe this is the time to pay attention to this. So it's an appropriate time to ask that question. And just for some context, let's throw on the 20. So we're north of the 20. So our buy signal comes at a major moving average. That's good. We're north of the 50. That's good. The 200 doesn't show. So this is bullish. And it's bullish as long as, and the chart will tell us for however long it's going to be bullish. But I think you know what you're looking to, or for, to the upside. Up in here, for sure. 156, 157, 150. And once you start pecking away at those levels, you'll become really familiar with them. Just don't expect it to happen all in one candle or all in one wave. You may have nice move higher. Was this a bit of a parabolic move to the upside? Sure. Would it be appropriate to come back and test the 5 and or the T line? And if you fail, the 20 and or 50 and 200 on the 4 hour? Yeah. This is a process. Nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. We could, I don't want to talk hypotheticals, but just to give you an understanding of how these things kind of materialize, you could have a nice move up like this. Then it, because it was hot, price needs to take a rest and it fades. It comes back to the 20 where you see all kinds of past price, but it's the first touch of that average and it bounces. And then it creates that double top that we were talking about before. So this move to the downside here, if it was to materialize, that's just a retracement, a totally appropriate trading retracement that brings you back to an appropriate level. We show all the time how price bounces off these levels when it's moving higher. And that could be what happens here. Falls down, bounces, takes out this high, and, repeat play. But we just have to pay attention. The price is important, but so is where's the trend going? Where can you expect to see resistance where you might want to have your eyes open? Like if you were long, where you might see resistance, for example, and it's kind of up in this area up in here, but break through it. And what's stopping you? Not a lot. And when there's nothing in your way, like we've shown what happens to the downside when price falls, but same applies to the upside. When there's nothing in your way, boy, things can really move quickly. So, and just use, again, different time frames. I'd be looking at the 50 first, see how it reacts when price gets to the 50. Just know that it's the first attempt, so it may get a little bit of resistance, or it may fail altogether. And if it fails altogether, so first attempt, come back to the 20. Hopefully this wouldn't be its play. Well, it would be the first attempt, so hopefully would bounce. The second attempt is more likely to go through. First mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese. So just look at, look at what did we say, 150 something? Like look at these candles here and these two wicks. There's not a lot for us to work off of here, but that 150, 151 comes up a few different ways. So, it's a structural level. That would be a target for price, right? It's searching for where it's been before. And as long as it's trading on the north side of the T line and the 5 EMA, and that divergence is showing itself like you see here, that's good. I mean, that's bullishness. This is not bullishness. So yeah, I think, what I'd be waiting for is to see what happens. Like I'd like to see it trade above the 50, because then I think once it does that, like it's okay to be in down here, don't get me wrong, but I mean, from a longer point of view, I'd love to see it be trading above the 50 for a bit, and then because I think it would possibly run. And off the daily, eventually you're going to look for here. So,
and you guys know, like when you trade into those moving averages, it's the quickest way to get, like, it's like whack-a-mole. It's like literally like the game at Chuck E. Cheese. Like the minute you do that, it's like you're gonna get popped on your head right away. It's like let that thing pass, and things will fall on your lap. Just get above that moving average. And 50s, the 50 moving averages is awesome. The 200 is really good for those higher time frames, but you can scalp some stuff with that 50. It's super powerful. Like it's right up there on my family tree as well. Let's do another giveaway for the people. I see a lot of people putting hashtag Jesus. Let's share them this, and then if you got something else you want to check out, we could definitely do that as well.
No, I'm probably going to let you go for a bit. I'm glad I could stop in today and
thank you
and hang out with you guys. And I look forward to what's the 26th, I think you said. So
awesome. Let's do it on the 26th. So not this Wednesday, fam. Next Wednesday, we're gonna have Blunt House again up here. Let me share my screen really quick so before he leaves, I can do him a proper shill really quick, because this is what we're here to do. So if you guys can, definitely give him a follow right here. And like I said, on the 26th, we'll have him up. We're going to be in San Diego this week. promoting XPX, doing the venue thing, showing people that, hey, maybe this business wants to accept cryptocurrency. That's the type of project that's going to make it happen. But definitely give Blunt a follow and check out his website as well, and bug him a little bit. Get his indicator, come down here, send him a message, let him know I said what's up, and go through that process, and you'll be good to go. So Blunt, thank you so much for pulling up. I love this, where we're spontaneous today on the market stream, and it worked out perfectly, man. So thank you for pulling up, man. It's always a pleasure to have you up here.
Hey, thanks very much. Have a good Sunday, everybody, and take care. Bye for now.
Thank you. Well, fam, that was super bullish. That was nice. And we're going to do another giveaway. Thank you guys for staying tuned in. We've been going live. We've been putting in that extra work. We got 114 entries. You guys are absolutely amazing. Like I said, if it's not for you guys, this channel wouldn't even be what it is. So if I win, we'll double it and do it again. Hashtag Jesus is the one that we're going to be giving away some more Jesus coin. Oh, I saw a little gorilla up in there. Yes, Jessica, what a great person to win it. Let's go. She's such a great community member, Prophet Bear. This StreamYard's hooking you up with some of the best community members that XPX literally has, and that's all of them, really. But these people are some winners. Shout out to Jessica. We'll go to her page as well, because she does some NFTs, and you guys know I like to support great people in the space. People are actually doing something. She has some great NFTs, and I think supporting great people in the space is it's important, man. It's truly, truly important. And I think these are one of those people that you guys would probably love to support as well, right? Let me get her X account up really quick, and then we'll let me bring it over here, and we'll make sure that you guys give her a follow. We got 939 people live. Hook her up with a follow, man. We're going to be doing some more giveaways. She has giveaways going and stuff. You guys like giveaways. She does that stuff too. So over here, come give her a follow at Jessica Crazy Cat. Meow. Give her a follow. I'm going to share you guys this link right here so you guys can tap in. We're actually just going to check her art at the same time. You guys can come over here and support this. You guys want to support solid people in the space, man. This is how we grow the space and make a better space for ourselves. This is right here, one of her links. I'm going to show all her links right now. If you guys can come over here, if you guys want to do something cool and do something different, and not just let, the market just get us back. If you want to punch back with me, come over here. Check this out. Fade into her. That's nice. That's a good way to put it. Fade into me. Ooh. Hello. What? We're having fun, fam. Oh, come over here, support this right here. And she has a giveaway going as well. If you guys get into that giveaway, you guys can win some XPX. Pretty cool raffle. And XPX is always super, super solid, fam. So getting some of that XPX is really good, because these markets are brutal, right? And like I told you guys before, this whole XPX idea came in a bear market, fam. That's like when the money's getting out, and we built a company for when the moment comes, right? And that's what the company was, founded on, the idea of, when the markets are saying a big FU, that everybody is, off-ramping their crypto, still paying their bills, still doing this and that and the third, probably going to a world poker tournament during the bear market because they made it, doing their thing. So what's the point of being stressed out in Singapore the whole time when BYD knocked it out the park last bull run? And I'm telling you guys, I had to be stoic, because the bear market taught me a brutal lesson, and I was hanging out with some people that were doing really well. I mean, you would have never known it was a bear market for them. you would have never known. You would have thought that the last bull run Bitcoin hit 100K the way that people move when they do it right in the space. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to make it and do it right in the space. And a great project, a great person right here is Jessica, of course, and she's doing this XPX giveaway. So definitely check that out when she has 5K followers. She's not that far away, actually, to doing this giveaway. So if you guys can get this to 5K, you're going to see that giveaway happen, and a giveaway of a real project, a solid project, a real project, a project that's giving you guys real utility on a regular basis. We got Moon AI. What's up, Moon AI? Welcome in, man. We'll bring up Moon AI, man. I've been waiting for you guys to pull up. We did a Moon AI giveaway yesterday. That was pretty bullish. Somebody was pretty happy about that. But right now, man, XPX, if you guys are looking for a play that was, the idea and everything founded in the bear market, and you're looking for something to be ready for that and to understand how to navigate that, then you might want to come take a look at XPayX. XPXPay.com is the project that allows you guys even at the market cap we're at, to off ramp all your crypto. If you got bills to pay, unless you don't got no bills and you got a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy, I don't know which one you got, and you ain't paying your bills, then hey, shout out to you. But if you got some bills to pay and you're making money in crypto, or you're trying to move some crypto around in order to pump some gas, in order to pay a water bill, electric bill, or maybe, you know what, you're balling out of control. You got a lot of money. You ain't worried about that. You're just getting ready for the holiday season. You're getting ready for the holiday season. So you're coming over here and you're getting some gift cards for the family. You're saying, you know what, I don't know what you want. Let me get you one of these green cards right here. And bam, you get what you want to get. I don't know what you want to buy. Or you know what? Maybe you want to go to Amazon and order a Samsung Z Fold and get a calculator in the mail. That in the box of the Samsung box too. It wasn't like I mistakenly got a calculator and the Samsung box was not in there. No. The calculator was taped inside of the Samsung box for the Z Fold 7. So if you want to, get somebody a brand new phone and actually get them a calculator that shows up in the mail, come over here and get an Amazon gift card. Okay. Go to Walmart, whatever you might be, maybe high limit purchases. The next one, I'm just going to go get it in person. That's what I do with everything else. But I was, trying to use this whole thing. But yeah, Amazon did their dance. But if you guys are getting ready for the holidays, you guys got somebody said they need a sugar mommy. No problem. We'll find you one, AD. We'll find you one, AD. But definitely definitely come over here and maybe you're doing really good and not even doing good. I mean, we make things happen. I remember going to my mom making stuff happen even when we didn't have nothing. So even if you're making whatever you got going on in your life, if you got somebody that you're going to get a gift for or something, maybe come over here and do it through using your crypto. Maybe you can get somebody to actually believe in crypto at the same time, because not only did they get what they wanted for Christmas, but they also find out that it was done via cryptocurrency. So there's a lot of people, and I know a lot of them, even like there could be in a relationship and one person knows about crypto and the other person hates it, and this is one way to be clever with it and be like, you like those shoes? I bought that with crypto. Right. And if you guys want that freedom, I don't know why you wouldn't want that freedom. Honestly, I don't understand. If you got your own way, then fine. But if you want the freedom to navigate with your money, how you want to do it, come to xpxpay.com, get you guys a MasterCard, Visa card, gift card, bill payments, whatever you guys like. And there's a massive utility that's going to be released very, very soon for XPX. And all of those who maybe acted like they didn't want to come to XPX, and we got a lot of fake supporters too. I mean, we see them all the time. They're just trying to be close. They probably don't even hold XPX. But I bet this next utility, even those who are just being fake and being close just to be close for whatever reason, they're doing their thing. I don't know what the heck they're doing. They're probably going to use this next utility that we release. They're probably going to, I mean, even devs are going to use this. This is not going to be like just, investors and the business accounts could use it as well. But I think everybody's going to use it. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to be extremely accurate as far as, people using it. If we did over 6 figures when everybody's putting money into the market, they're barely removing money out of the market. And we did that. Let me be careful. I suspect that we're going to be doing a lot more in volume, and all of that volume and all that stuff. We've just been accumulating crypto, and that's what this project and this company as well is supposed to be doing. If we know crypto's the future, why not accumulate the Cardano? Why not accumulate the XRP? Why not accumulate the BNB? Why not accumulate ETH and all these other ones that people have been using to off-ramp, right? Because that's what XPX, the company, does, continues to accumulate all that stuff that people are off-ramping on those 5% load fees. And this is why I think that you guys should really consider looking into a project that is very young, 17 months old when you're thinking about a company young. Project still young, 17 months is pretty young. But at the same time, in crypto time, we're doing really good for how long we've been here, right? And this is a great looking daily chart. Great project, great community, real utilities with a great smart contract. We got staking, passive income, and we're sitting underneath $1 million market cap when the rest of the market is also being obliterated as well. Man, Aster's still pumping really good. Man, above the 200 moving average, just like that thing rocks, man. So make sure that you guys keep in mind that, you're super early to a play like this. You're super early. to a project that's actually, building these things that people are going to use. And like I said, this thing was the idea of this while people were telling me it was probably impossible to do it. People that were close to me, I was like, dude, everything else sounds fugazi to me. Everything else sounds fugazi to me. So if you guys want something that's a serious play, especially right now with the markets like this, somewhere you can park some BNB and let it sit and let it ride, you're going to do really good. Definitely come get a bag of XPX right now. We got a 5K giveaway, $25 to get an entry on that. That's the easiest probably come up you can get. Just $25, get an entry on the play. That's just super, super solid. What's up, Rico? Have you seen Snail reach 1 billion market cap or self-destruct insane? I seen it the other day. It looked like a self-destructed. I don't know, unless it picked back up. But if you want to get the Snail team and community or CTO team, whoever it is up there, to hit me up, let's do a Snail giveaway. Let's get Snail up on the ticker. Let's get some projects up here, and we can definitely do a show for the Snail game for sure. So XPX right now marks a spot for all your off-ramp needs, and this is a crazy discount project. Honestly, this is crazy discount, fam. Crazy discount. Crazy discount. All right, so check that out. That's looking really good. And then we'll go to the deck screener. We'll check out some plays and see what's up. I seen the Moon AI fam up in here. Definitely, they got, get the whole community. Keep pulling up, man. This is where we dig deep. This is the trenches right now, and we're holding the support right here. Everybody's got to be active. This ain't no time to be no, it's active, show, raid, talk about the project, pull up to live streams, let everybody know, because I know there's some testing coming out December 1st, some public testing for everybody. So this is a great floor and a great time for, the community to stay very active while the markets are doing if the micro caps, we can hold and not have to get shooken out. Like, honestly, if everybody just held and not sold on each other, BTC can do whatever BTC wants to do, and that's fine, and it will still be there. But we just got to hold. You got to be patient. So as an AI assistant, my focus will be to serve developers, blockchain information, and the average social media user. So this is pretty bullish. This could be pretty huge. And we definitely want to pay attention to what's going on over here. It's in a crazy discount. If you felt like you missed a crazy pump on this and you're like, oh my God, I missed a pre-sale, I missed this, I missed that. There you guys go. This is a play, while the markets are down. If the markets pick back up, this could totally just start to, rally really, really good. But as of right now, we're consolidating at that 685, 700K, break back above the million, and the races are back on like that. And that's the case with a lot of projects. Right now, we break above this and do a little move like that, which happens quite a bit in crypto. Some like this. It did a couple of that one's very violent, but you can see how there's that support where it keeps landing right there and then it takes off. So this is an area where I want you guys to, get to as far as Moon AI pumping right back up, because after that $1 million market cap, this thing can go a lot higher for sure. For sure. It's just, nobody knew the market was going to crash like that. I bet if we all knew, people probably would have waited to after that happened, because if you'd have launched this right now and this would have been the only green candle during that whole pullback or that whole crash, this thing probably would have kept sending. But, we all went through this stuff and this whole crash got everybody wiped out. And now things that are the only green candle after that crash is what a lot of people are paying attention to. That's just the space we live in right now. But Moon AI, very bullish. I doubt they're going through all this work for 1.8 million. Come on now. That's a lot of work. That's a big community for 1.8 million. There's a meme coin on Pump Fund that's going to do that in about an hour, right? So this definitely has, a lot more potential, and it's most likely going to go higher. You guys can see their chat is always live, and they're always in there. They're, the live or their VCs open, and you can see that the community is very bullish about this. So getting back above $1 million market cap, and you guys will get the FOMO right back ignited into Moon AI, fam. Moon AI. All right, let's see what else we got up in here. We're checking out a couple other plays. We saw the 6-7 play. This is how this stuff works. Right here, 12.77. Look at that. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, fam. So you got plays like this launching on Pump Fund, and they're running up like crazy. Pump Fund is something else. Let's see this one right here. Bullish. $12 million market cap. That was an easy one. How easy is that? I can't believe we don't have bullish already. That's simple. Bullish. and they got everything running. So this one came out of nowhere. This is what, 1 month ago? Crazy. Bullish. That's easy. Let's see what else we got up here. We got Apple. There you guys go. A little Apple. Nothing. Pop Frog. This might be a play. You know, if they do a little Pop Dog or a little Pop Cat thing with this Pop Frog, I'm surprised we didn't have a Pop Frog sooner and stuff. But this could be something, you know, a little Pop Frog. Maybe we did and I just don't know. But, you know, these little Pop Cats and Pop Frogs, you want to see who's behind them and be careful because obviously the space is in cutthroat mode. You know, if it slithers like a snake and rattles like a snake, don't wait for it to bite you to say it's a damn snake, you know? So, oh my God, it slithered all the way up to me. And I heard it rattling through the grass. And it's like, yeah, now your leg is pumped full of venom because you let the damn snake bite you. So just be careful with some of these plays. But these pop things, maybe sprinkler, you know, it's pretty low cap and it can just pop out of nowhere. And we'll see if this is one of those plays. This could be one of those plays that you guys check out for sure. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one. We got Kendu, also another great community right here. This one's been bullish. They got their merch on Just Shop Crypto as well. Go check them out. They're at $6.7 million market cap. And you know what? It doesn't matter what project you are. Like everybody's feeling a little bit of the heat from this market, right? And we're probably got a little bit more feeling of this market to go through. But this is where you find great plays and lock in. Let's check on this Wojak. How's Wojak doing? Damn, Wojaks always do good. Not surprised it came back down to this 10 million. I mean, how many times have we seen this freaking pattern? Like, geez Louise. And if it could hold this 10 million and it turns back around, these are the ones that explode. But if you miss this Wojak, I'd probably wait for 5 million. The markets suck right now. And it could lose a little bit of traction, come back down here. But Wojak's been a perfect example of $5 million market cap, $10 million market cap, $20 million market cap. When these projects launch, if you can get a community that doesn't cheat on each other, they would see bigger bags. The thing is that there's more Jeets than diamond hands. So plays don't even get to $5 million market cap because people can't even see that kind of money because the minute they get to 3 million, they want to Jeet. They want to Jeet. I mean, I've been seeing so many Jeeters like crazy. And it's like, this is how a silly play like this, zero utility, nothing, just Wojak. But if they break that 5 million and they break that 10 million, you get a little Wojak at $22 million market cap. Snail goes to 1 billion or zero. That's awesome, bro. Shout out to you guys. Like I said, send me a DM, reserve a spot, get some Snail to give away for the community. So like we're doing the Jesus coin giveaway, you guys can, you know, get some bags in people's pockets and reserve a spot, get up on the ticker and get your ticker up on the title and grow your community, honestly. Or just, you know, you guys, the chat's yours. Like this chat belongs to you guys. You guys get everybody in this chat, you know, to go check you guys out. That's what it's there for. But if you guys want to reserve a spot and take it another step, just let me know. Wojak right here is definitely looking good. I'd probably wait for it to hit 5 mil just because this market's like, and sometimes it does that. But, you know, if it starts to bounce right here, it could be one of those Wojak plays. You don't want it to be a Wojak play that you see at, you know, $300 million market cap. It's like, man, that's a nice little pump fun play right there. Let me see. Wojinu? Nah. Doesn't work. That trying to get too creative. It almost needs to be generic, you know, just needs to be generic. If it's that, nobody's going to search that up. You know how many people are searching up Wojak because they're looking for the real Wojak, but what they're finding is a lower cap Wojak, you know? So it's like, this thing already has brand recognition. That's why these things work. Why? You go to Wojak and you get this of Wojak. You get all these Wojaks. They even did Wojak on BNB. It's crazy. I bet we check all of these charts and all of them had some kind of pump. So unless Wojak from ETH just moved over and they're coming over here to, let's zoom out for a second. Because this Wojak right here did some crazy numbers. It went all the way up to 143. We don't want to miss out. And, you know, they've been dumping this Wojak to do a Wojak on Solana. This could be the next big Wojak right here for all we know. I don't know. It could go to zero too. I bought a Wojak on Sui. It went straight. I mean, let's see if it's there actually. I bought a Wojak on Sui, and Sui fell apart. And you know, all the Solana people rugged every Sui play because they got rugged on Solana, so they created all these Sui plays to rug everybody back. It's like, it's crazy. It's PvP, and boy, are people constantly smiling in people's faces and stuff. This filled with snakes, bro. I'm telling you. Wojak right here is a play to keep an eye on for sure. I can't find a Sui play on here. It's going to be on another chart, but nonetheless, these Wojak things have potential. And I could have got out of that Wojak at some point, but I held it because I wanted to see one of those $100 million market cap Wojaks. This could be it. This could be one of those plays. If you guys got something, let's check it out. Let's go to, let's go to Kulo right here real quick. Let's see where they're at. 96K. Yeah, Sui pulling back, market pulling back. It's all these plays are just, got great communities, got great people, but people keep pushing the price down on themselves and then go like, what's going on? How come? It's like, hey, everybody's just dumping on each other. If you want the answer, it's like, why is it going down? Well, you guys keep selling on each other. That's why it goes down. When everybody buys, it goes up. When everybody sells, it goes down. It's that simple. And, when you got the market wiping everybody out and people are really scared of the market, you have people just selling on each other. And there's some really well-connected people around this Kulo play. Like, people are kind of sleeping on this thing having a lot of potential, but the markets are so cutthroat right now that they can't even see that. The markets are they just want fresh plays. And, they want a few green candles and see where it goes from there and stuff. But I would definitely take a look at this play. They're very active. They're always posting. They're not sleeping on their bag. There's things going on behind the scenes. And like I said, this play is actually really well connected. If you go to the other Kulo, what it did, if this one does anything like that at 96K, I don't even, it's hard to get into a play at 96K. And this one, I'm telling you, FOMO starts right here. 500K market cap, 1 million. Everybody's going to be, oh, Kulo this and Kulo that. I swear. It's like, it's just about like painting the picture. It's about like, if you build it, they will come. If you build the wall of FOMO, they will come. And I'm not just saying that, we go to Solana right now and you can see play after play that are brand new. What are they doing? They're just building a wall of FOMO. How did this work? Nobody was selling. It got lucky and got a bunch of diamond hand holders in there. This thing ain't doing nothing special. This is some random picture, just bullish. Okay, fine, whatever. Nothing special. No utility, but everybody's holding. It's like you got to respect that. It's like, man, they got some holders, that's for sure. They are holding strong. And, now, especially being like the only, like these plays after the wipeout, after that crash, that are the only green candles, they're going to be looking really good. So, this is actually a month ago. So this one's been live for a while, just creeping up on everybody. So really nice. But a lot of these newer plays, that are brand new, people are jumping on those because, that's the only green candle sticking out right now. All right, let's check Oliver. Oliver's been doing really good as well. Pulled right back. That's the market. That's the market. So it went all the way up to 180K and then some nice pullbacks. And like I said, people, this is, could it have gone higher? It could definitely go higher. It's how high people want it to go. Because this is on Solana. I think this is a good play. It has potential. They got a great community. They have a lot of people that are OGs and veterans in the space, but this can go higher. How can it go higher? Everybody just got to go hold, right? Everybody's just got to hold. And plays like this can exist because if you look at all the other ones, why are all those other plays doing? Like, why can they pump? And, why not? What's going on? So Diamond Hand Dev, Diamond Hand, True Believers. Nice. And we'll possibly be having some Oliver giveaways on the stream. So get ready for that. Possibly we're working on that for you guys. And maybe that is a thing that happens. This is, getting back over that 100K would have been nice to hold right there. Cause maybe right here, you might come down to 50 and then go right back up. So, this one's looking, like it's feeling the market just like everybody else, but it did have a nice little pump. It was moving really, really nice. The community was super excited about it. And it's important to have the snail's way down here, bro. It's at 98K. Just pull back. Went up to 300K and then, it's down here, 98K market cap. It's got some work to do as well. It's all about just, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. If you build the wall of FOMO, if you build the red wall, guess what? Everybody bounces. It's not that hard. Here we go. Thierry right here. Going a little bit lower. This is one of the charts that held really good, even with everything going on. But people get exhausted and they start bringing it down. If it breaks underneath 100K, the whole crying in the casino thing might be gone. We don't want that. Let's just hold this floor, get back, above 200K, get over 500K, and this thing turns into a sender. And I think this is a good mantra, honestly. I think the whole narrative of no crying in the casino is perfect. The men in this space cry a lot, a ton. a ton. So shout out to the Thierry community. Yeah, they like to pull up quite a bit as well. Shout out to the Kendu fam. Yeah, you guys are epic, man. You guys are absolutely epic. Let's see. We got OG Brett. Shout out to OG Brett 1.4. Whoa. That's back where I bought it. I bought at 1.4. Or it's at 1.8. I bought at 1.4. Up here, you know, don't let it go. You guys did the rebranding. All that stuff looks pretty cool. But getting up here is where it's at. Getting back above 5 million. $5 million market. This is a solid play. Like, it's the original one. It's the first Brett. I mean, I wish I could have the first Brett and just been the person who launched it. I would have just held it. You know, I would have accumulated the supply like crazy. Like the original first Brett of Matt Fury, like whoever launched that, it's wild. Like that should be like a super play. Like, it's easy. It's, you know, Matt Fury plays work in the space. They always work. So, you know, not fading Matt Fury plays. We did really good this year with Matt Fury plays. But man, whoever had this, they could have just that whole thing is just powerful. You know, that's the original one on the blockchain. Nobody can ever change that. That's the first one right there. Everything else is, you know, second. So check out OG Brett. A lot of great community members in there. But you know, same kind of story. A lot of people just feeling the market. And let's check out this 401JK. This one was pumping really hard as well. Man, this chart's still looking good. They really want to take this to the next level. If they hold above this 25 million, this is the next sender right here. This is the next, your Clash player and whatever that goes to, you know, 80, 90 million, because it's going to be the only thing looking really good out there. So that's looking really good. I'm surprised they're not here on the stream, but we did a little bit. Let's go to Clash really quick. Still did not hear my doorbell. I want this. I want to give this. And you know what's funny? If Saphir, I was gonna do the unboxing live today, but I couldn't wait, and I opened the box last night for the Samsung Z Fold, and it was a calculator in there. It's crazy. But that 401JK, you know, if it breaks above that 25 million and it holds really strong, it can do one of these numbers. You know, going all the way up here, past 50 and stuff like that. So keep an eye on those senders like that. You know, that might be a play. And if you like a solid play and you like to know who's behind it, and you know you want to see somebody who's streaming every day, I think these streamer coins are super important to keep an eye on. Streamer coins are the future of the space. I don't think you guys know. I think you guys are probably, a lot of people are going to continue to get rugged by random PFPs for maybe another year or so. You know, and you know, those good old spaces and stuff like that. And then you guys will kind of start to lock onto those streamer coins that are actually solid streamer coins. Like there's been what was that tech lead guy? He's a scammer and stuff, right? But like George is a solid guy, honestly. Like this chart would not be looking like this with all this stuff that's going on if he was not solid, right? Other devs in the space, like that's why you have all these excuses from devs and all that stuff, because they get wrecked, man. And yeah, don't worry, we're gonna damn calculator. We love numbers, but not tell me about it. Tell me about psychedelic. Honestly, fam, I'm gonna be 100% with you guys. I have not been that mad in years, you know, in literal years. And that's why I went out dancing. I didn't even plan to go dancing. I went to go have a drink, honestly, and it was nice. And I got cool with the owner at this spot. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to this other place." I was like, "All right, let's go." And yeah, my mom's all her boys can dance. All my bros can dance. My sister can dance. We were all raised dancing. So I was dancing. I danced the pain away last night. And now I got my leg hurts. I wouldn't even, none of that stuff had bothered me. But yeah, and it was a cheap calculator too. It wasn't even like something nice. And I should show it to you guys. What they did is they even broke the calculator in half. So like that, it was like almost like a fold. You guys want to see it? Hold on a second. Make sure I don't give away no actual thing really quick. Okay. Bam. Okay. Super happy, right? Oh my God. We're getting the Z Fold. And you know what's wild too? And you see these stickers right here? These stickers on the box is sealed. Those I ripped these off. These were not ripped, but anybody can get stickers. I mean, you can probably get these type of fake stickers from like Alibaba Express if you wanted to or something. But I'm about to show you guys the calculator we got, and then we'll wrap up the stream. I'm waiting for UPS to come, and I was so irritated by that too. It's like I'm supposed to wait from 9 in the morning to 6 p.m. Like I don't got nothing else to do. Like what? I can't go drop it off. Like it's your guys' calculator, it's not mine. So nope, you got to wait there. And just wait there. So you open the box, you get really excited because you're, been waiting for it all freaking day, it was definitely a warehouse employee. Definitely was. Must have been. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So they took the stuff that there was like the charger still in there, which who cares, right? But this is the funniest part ever. You guys want to laugh big time right now? This is so it's, oh, nice. We got the little pamphlet. Oh, it's looking super real, right? Oh, I keep dropping the stuff. Okay. It's like, okay. And you know what's crazy? Like, dude, this is the funny part, Saphir, Psychedelic Angel. When I got that box, it was so light. I was like, there's no way there's a phone in here. But I've watched so many reviews on the phone because before I buy something, like I want to thoroughly know what I'm getting myself into. And everybody was going to be like, everybody kept saying, like, go watch the Z Fold 7 videos. Everybody's gonna be like, you're going to be so impressed by how light it is. You're going to be blown away by how light the phone is. So I'm over here like, I was like, there's no way there's a freaking phone in here. But I was like, they did say I was going to be blown away. I guess I was just blown away. So this is about to get hilarious for you guys. So it looks like this. I'm like, okay, cool. The phone's going to be underneath this. And they send the phone like open. So you see the screen right away. I almost thought that was the screen because that paper was so shiny. And then I opened this. And that's what's in there. A calculator taped inside the box. The green screen and the chroma key is kind of making it not show, but that's what came in there. That's what came in there. Bro, I haven't been that mad in years. I'm very kumbaya. I mean, I laugh at most of the stuff. Even when I see people go out of their way trying to irritate me or whatever, like it doesn't even work. I just know that they're having their own personal issues. They got their own things they got to work on. But yesterday, kumbaya was out the window, Psychedelic Angel. And I'm glad because I was dancing like crazy. I was having a good time. Every time I try to, every time I try to go back and chill, this girl was like, let's dance this song. I was like, all right. I was dancing with this girl all night. Don't even know her name. I just like to have fun. Honestly, I'm not there to take things to. I'm busy. I'm busy. But man, we was dancing. So that's what we did last night, fam. And then we have a bullish stream today for you guys. And we even did a crypto giveaway. I wanted to do a little turnaround thing and give some crypto to some people. I mean, we got some great winners. Jessica won, and we have fun during the stream. Yeah, things suck sometimes. Life is going to be life, and you just gotta navigate it. We're all human, right? We're all human. Like we're not invincible to stuff. But boy, yesterday was it's been years since my motorcycle accident. Honestly, fam, I'd be so kumbaya. It's crazy. Like I know life is too short. I don't want to pass it like why even put the calculator? They put a calculator in there, the cheapest calculator, broken in half and everything. It's like, oh, I wish I. Anyways, but life is like this, right? It does its things, and you just got to navigate it, right? And instead of just staying mad, I was like, I'm not staying in the house. I'm gonna go have some fun. I'm gonna go shoot some pool, and that's how it started off. I went to go shoot some pool, and then I was leaving that spot, and I heard music playing from like far away from like where this plaza is at over here in Vegas. There's this one spot where they're like, all this plaza and all this stuff is happening and stuff. I was shooting pool, and I could hear the music playing. It was Spanish music. I was like, you know what? You know what would be better than just shooting pool by yourself and just. Yeah, I'm not soaking in the calculator funk right at the house, but let me get out the house. But it would be even better having some real fun and just dancing, having fun. And they have music playing, and I have a couple scotch and on the rocks or a couple of scotch and Red Bull, and next thing you know, I'm dancing even with the cane. I don't care. I love having fun, right? And people like having fun with me. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be able to, gotta manage it. But it was interesting because I was like, wow, I got really angry, but I didn't stay in it forever. I was like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm out of here. I'm about to bounce. I'm just gonna go do me. I'm about to fix this. And I had so much, yes, spontaneous outings. I swear, it felt so good. Honestly, I was due up, and I danced like nonstop. And I mean, I got an ice pack on my leg right now. I I had a lot of fun. So thank you guys for pulling up. And like I said, letting me be me is super important. It's easy for me to do this every day. Like I told you guys, you know, if you like me, you love me. If you don't like me, you're gonna end up hating me and stuff like that. But you guys letting me be me, it's like that's what's awesome about this channel. And you guys just rocking with me, and I can be myself. It doesn't have to be no cookie cutter stuff. We can be honest with each other. We all feel this market, whether it's a crash, whether it's random stuff like that happening, and we all, this is where like Web3 has like that friendship and that family, like when we say fam and stuff, because we do help each other get through some of the stuff. Yeah. I'm off to Z's. Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna go downstairs and take my laptop downstairs and go chill on the couch and probably take a nap myself, psychedelic angel, and wait for, because I don't want to miss UPS now. And then they say, oh, you know what? It's your calculator. You got to keep it now. So so yeah, get some good Z's. Good night and sweet dreams, of course. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, I appreciate you guys letting me be me. We're only human. The markets are going to be tough sometimes. You're going to see all kinds of things happen in this market. You're going to have things that at the same time, real life stuff is going to happen. And it's not just, this channel is not just about, pump, 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 pump. And that's it. It's like, no, we vibe with each other. We're growing with each other. We're learning with each other. And that's what we're going to keep doing. So if that's something that you're interested in, where you guys can come here and be yourself, have a good time, where we can learn, we can educate each other. Not all the plays that I found that were runners, I found myself. Like a lot of the ones were people from the community, people from the chat. So I really appreciate all of you guys for pulling up and feeling comfortable to be yourself here with me as well. And I think that this is how you're able to survive, turbulent moments in not just the market, but also in life, right? Is having a good support system. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this channel, being a part of these streams. I'll see you guys on the next one for sure. Get ready for the venue for XPX on the 20th. We'll be in San Diego on the 19th. If you guys are in the San Diego area, let me know. And let me know what's up. So you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys a ton. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, later, fam.